am Michelle Edhouse, and I'm here today with the wonderful Chrissie Shirley, who's a certified facilitator in Hamilton. So, welcome, Chrissie. And
Thank you
what
very
was it
much.
that what was it that got you into Access, and what inspires you to facilitate?
What got me into Access is that my life was pretty sucky toy, and I had been looking for a long time. Actually, I didn't recognise it when I did um, discover the bars. I had no idea that the bars was going to help me so much and help me change my life, but that's actually what it did. And as I got more and more into Access, my life got easier and easier and continues to more and more. So why do I facilitate? It's just what I love to do. I just love my life. The more I facilitate, I just get excited about it.
Cool. And so, what sort of changes have you seen in your life? You mentioned about it being easier. What other changes have occurred for you in your life with Access tools?
Well, I started to get some money. That made a big difference in my life, and it made my life easier. Really, basically, I was crying every day, Michelle, when I discovered Access. I was a very sad person. Didn't have a job. I was in my 50s, and I had no house. One of the first things that happened after I started doing the Access classes was that I bought my first house, and just truly, yeah. And I started traveling the world doing the Access classes, and I just got happier, made more friends. Life just got easier. How is it today? I have a wonderful man in my life, and I have a wonderful business. I'm so grateful to be doing what I do. How did I get so lucky?
Awesome. And what about some of the people that you've assisted with your facilitation and with the classes that you teach? What sort of changes have you seen show up for them in their lives?
There's just so many. There's one that comes to mind as a young man. He's in his 20s. He's a young Maori guy. He didn't have a job, and he came and did a bars class. Since he's done his bars class, he has now got a job in Wellington, but in the meantime, before he moves to Wellington, he's actually got other work close by, and he does internet stuff, he does graphic design, that kind of thing. So he's actually we just got an interruption there. So he's actually doing really well and very thrilled with himself. So
Awesome.
my Access box just arrived. Thanks, Jim. By courier, they must have known.
Yay!
I'm you, Michelle.
Yeah. Now, talking of the books, Chrissie.
Yeah.
Sorry. Talking of the books, Chrissie, you have used the books from Access Consciousness and the tools in them to shift and change lots of stuff for you and other people, especially around money. Do you want to talk a little bit about what your favourite book is and what it is about that book that you recommend?
Yeah. Probably my favourite book is Prosperity Consciousness by Stephen Bowman, but they're all favourite books. How can you really choose one out of fabulous books? The Money is Not the Problem book is probably a book that I would recommend before people get into prosperity consciousness. It's got the tools, and I do recommend to people that they read them and study them. Don't just read it once and think you've got it, like I did. Don't do what I do. But what I've discovered is that when I go back to that money book, there's stuff that I pick up and I will continue to use it. the Prosperity Consciousness book is a step after that, and that book has really expanded my life more than I can say. Steve and Chitissa actually explain what it took them to become prosperous, and I study that book now. I didn't initially, I can tell you, but when I did start to study it, that's when I started to notice that things were really expanding financially for me.
Awesome. Now, whereabouts do you do classes, and where's your home base, and where do you travel to teach classes? Whereabouts can people find you?
Yeah, my home base is Hamilton, and I travel pretty much anywhere now. I don't have any limitation as to where I will go. So I've got classes happening at the moment in Opotiki, Te Puke, and in Hamilton, and I'm looking to get more and more into the South Island, to expand access in the South Island. But, I'm actually asking to travel the world now. It's like, well, where else can I go? Who else requires me? Classes, where else would you like me to be? So
Awesome. Cool. So you've got your Access website address on the screen, and for those of you that are looking to connect with Chrissie, she's at chrissieshirley.accessconsciousness.com, and she's just a gorgeous being. I love Chrissie so much, and any contribution I can be to her expanding her business, I choose it because I know the gift that she be. So Chrissie, thank you for joining me on this Google Hangout. And what else is possible? What else can we create on this planet that will allow everyone to have the ease and joy and glory that we know is possible?
That's a really great question. Ditto, ditto. Thank you so much, Michelle. Your energy is beautiful.
Thanks, Chrissie, and look forward to seeing you again really, really soon. Mwah.
Thanks, Michelle. Bye, darling. Bye, everybody.